Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
Now, I say out of 10 questions that we get daily or more, half or more have been about how to target silvers, Coho. I'm old. And actually, no, I'm not. I'm only 30, I'm kidding. Some call them Cohos, some call them silvers. Anyway, how to target them on the Columbia, because for some rocket scientist reason, you're not allowed to keep Chinook out there right now. They just want you weeding through a bunch of them to get to yourself to a Coho. But that's a whole other story. I'm not going to get sidetracked there. But you can absolutely do that, okay? I'm going to show you one that I was given. I specifically texted my buddy yesterday. I made sure I wanted to say, listen, I'm going to talk about what we talked about. Is that okay? Here's what exactly is working in two different fisheries, one on the Willamette and one on the Columbia, okay? Dead zone and the Willamette. This is not rocket science, okay? We talked a little bit about this, I believe, yesterday and last weekend about how to target silvers specifically with 360s. Here's all you need to do. Drop your lead weight down a little bit, 12 ounces to 10, 10 to 8, depending on where you like to fish and what you're doing. Lighten it up a little bit. Get the baits back to their ways from the boat, okay? 25 to 40 on the line counter. Again, depending on where you are. Kick your speed up into the 2.5, 2 3/4 mile an hour range, depending on, again, where you're fishing. If you're using a speed wheel, like I certainly wish that I had, you can really get specific. God, I miss having a speed wheel. But if you're doing a speed over ground, take into compensation or into consideration if you're going uphill or downhill and what the current is. You really want to see that rod tip, woof, 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 woof. It's not a 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. It's a wham, 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 wham. That's what you want to see if you're targeting silvers specifically. That means that you're going to be in the upper part of the water column, 8 to 10 feet down. Again, don't worry about the depth. Silvers like to run shallower in the water column than Chinook do. Now, if you're in 80 feet of water, it's probably not where you want to be. You're still going to want to be in areas where that might hold silvers, river mouths, shallower flats, any place that might force silvers to congregate, okay? So lighter lead, kick your speed up, and keep it behind, get it, behind the boat, because they're shallower. They might be willing to move around away from the boat as you troll past them, all right? Here's the rigging, super simple. All this is an 18-inch bumper. This just happens to be the titanium bumper from Simon. That's all I trust, but it's just an 18-inch bumper, okay? The breakaway flasher from the Evolution flasher from Brad's has been extremely productive on these right now for two reasons. One, it's just a very productive flasher as it stands, but right out of the package, it comes with a bungee, and those silvers are nuts. Especially you get a 6 or 8 pounder, they will flip and flop and spin and go they're crazy. And with these little bumpers, it will help out with keeping those barbless hooks, depending on which river you're on or what system you're in. It'll help keep those hooks in there as they're popping around all over the place. Okay, number one bait. I'm going to say that because it just seems like everyone that I've been talking to has been pretty consistent. It's either a 2.5 or a 2.0 spinning fish. And here's the color combination of one in particular, but here's another. This is the 2.0. Chrome and red, gold and orange, gold and pink, chrome and red have been very, very productive. Chrome and blue have in the 2.5 and 2.0 also have been very productive in those color patterns. But that's also an 18-inch leader coming off of that flasher. So everything is bouncing around super hard. Everything is kicking and bouncing and spinning and going nuts. That's what they want to see. That's what you got to give them, and you can target silvers specifically. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up, give you an idea of what we got going on for this upcoming weekend. We'll be right back.